All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, we are so excited about you being with us today. And we are excited to have one of the brilliant Black women on the planet, Sister Chanelle Wesley. Sister Wesley, how you doing here today, sister? God bless you.
I'm doing amazing, Dr. Kevin Vaughan. Thanks so much.
Amen. Well, thank you so much. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe that are listening right now live, and those listening later on all the platforms, including YouTube, welcome to She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the Anthology. We're just excited about that, and we just can't wait to bring in all the wonderful people that are joining us from all over the globe. But if you would, I'm going to turn it over to you. We're going to have some questions for our panelists today, for our authors coming up as we talk about this. But I'm going to turn it over to one of the best co-hosts on the planet. Sister Wesley, you want to take it off? You want to kick it off, my dear?
Absolutely. First of all, again, thank you, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, for allowing us to share this amazing space on Men Let's Talk Network. We are just excited to be here. I'm excited to have a few of our co-hosts with us on today. So let me just get I'm gonna just really go around really quickly and briefly and allow them to introduce themselves. And we have a special guest joining us today, and I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself as well. So first, I'm gonna start up in the first right hand where we have Ocean Kent. So Ocean, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the Men Let's Network, Men Let's Talk Network, and just tell them a little bit about yourself and all the amazing things that you do. You got to unmute.
Amen. We got to hear your beautiful voice.
Good afternoon. Hey, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ocean Kent. I am the founder and CEO of Ocean Industries LLC.
Ooh, I love it. That name. Love that name, Ocean. Powerful.
Thank you. And I am so excited. Through my organization, I was able to birth a wave of inspiration, which is inspiring Black women over the middle age of 40, letting them know that they can stand in their greatness when adversity kisses them, smack dab in the lips. And then diversity, equity, inclusion is really my passion. Yes, it's really my passion. Diversity, equity, inclusion needs to be embraced across the country. And that's one of my plights, is to travel the world and make sure that the bridges are connected. So thank you for having me.
That's great.
I love it. We have another amazing co-author. Her name is Dorian Evans. Dorian is just a powerhouse. We are so excited to have her on this platform. Dorian, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about yourself? You got to unmute.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Dorian Evans.
Hey, Dorian.
I am out here in Texas, hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it is very hot. It just won't stop. Yeah. I am so excited to be here today. I am so excited to be a part of She Said Yes to Herself. I have finally started saying yes to myself after raising 3 of my sons. I still have my daughter at home. But I am a single mom. I am a teacher. I love educating young people. Yeah. I work with 10th graders now. I also teach theater, and I teach at AVID, which is Advancement via Individual Determination. So we are about getting our kids to school and making sure they're successful when they get to college, not just getting them there and then dropping them off and letting them, figure it out. So I love working with young people. I love working with moms, with anyone that is just trying to figure this thing out and redefine their life. And I am an author, so that is what my book is about, understanding my assignment. And I just did a journal to go along with it. So I'm super excited about launching that as well. So I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, happy to have you.
Thank you.
I love it. It's powerful. You guys got to pick up that book. You got to understand that assignment, know what it is. And I love her companion work with this. So I'm just excited about that. I can't wait to get mine. So you guys make sure you get yours. We have to definitely introduce this woman of the hour right here, Miss Carolyn Coleman. I mean, this woman is a powerhouse all by herself. Carolyn, why don't you take a moment to just really introduce yourself to the Men Let's Talk Network? You're muted, love.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Coleman, And I just want to, let's see, what don't I do? I'm a clinical instructor, nursing instructor. I am an author. I have been a nurse for over 30 years. I have been an author for the last, I guess, maybe 8 years. And just being a part of the She Said Yes to Herself has been great. These women have they empower me, they've empowered each other. We kind of come together collectively to reach out, help each other. It's not a selfish agenda here, you know, so it's just a lot. I'm learning so much. I am so encouraged to see everyone working together. I have said yes to myself by stop saying no. You can't get anything. No is a complete sentence. Yes opens it up so that you can do more for yourself, say more for yourself, defend yourself. And I'll be there.
That's wonderful, wonderful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And since we have her, I don't know if she's prepared to come on, but Tina Marie, love, we see you. How you doing, gorgeous? This is a bridge builder. She is amazing. Tina Marie Fowler, why don't you just go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself, Tina? You muted.
Amen. Amen.
And while Tina's coming up, there she is. Okay.
Go
ahead, Tina.
Ocean set me up. I didn't plan on that. I thought I was going to come in here and be in the background. I'm
here you here, boo?
Of my sisterhood and all the other amazing women that are on this project. I think that what you're doing, Chanelle, is amazing. You're a powerhouse in your own right. What you're doing for women speaks volumes to the intricate part of who you are, sowing into the kingdom and doing the right work. And to see Ocean Kent on here and to know that Sharice King is going to be a part of this project and all the other women I see following through with this is so important, that women hear these powerful stories of tragedy to triumph from the voices of women that look like them. This is phenomenal. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, watching it all unfold from the background. So congratulations, ladies. And I'm happy to meet you as well. Having a man be a part of anything that we're doing is the secret sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I mean, sis, do y'all see why I love this woman? She is amazing. I'm just telling you, Tina Marie is just amazing. I'm so honored and so thankful to be her bridge builder sister. I'm just loving all the things that she does, and she's a phenomenal woman. She does so many things for women, especially older age women. So us middle-aged women, you know, women like us, you know, places and spaces for us to be able to grow and thrive. So Tina Marie, just thank you again. We are so excited to have you on this platform. So ladies, I'm really excited. And she really kind of segued us back to the man of the author of the hour, which is Dr. Kevin Vaughan. Now, Dr. Kevin Vaughan is a powerhouse. He has his own platforms, all the different things that he's doing. But when we came to him initially about touching the She Said Yes brand and the platform, he was excited from the beginning. He jumped in and he really held us down. 2 Summit Strong, just did amazing work. Everybody's like, who's doing the technology? He's so amazing. The music was going. He had everybody entertained. Just a peaceful and such a smooth transition. So Dr. Kevin Vaughan, we thank you for all that you do. And we, again, thank you for allowing us to grace your platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And so now that we did our introductions, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Sister Wesley. Matter of fact, I want to mention why everybody who's on the line right now, and this is from all the men in our network. We got a ton of men and a ton of women, but from all the men on our network, women are brilliant. They're genius. They're smart. They get stuff done. And who wouldn't want to hang around somebody who's doing all of that right there? So on behalf of all the men on the planet that know of our network and are going to see this later, we honor you. We thank you so much for your brilliance, because you are, as a good friend of mine, he has a great book called Custom Built by God. That means you are custom built by God. That means you're unique. and you will make a difference in the world today, and you're doing that right now. So thank you so much for that. And we're always excited about honoring you and also supporting you as well. So thank you so much for being with us today. Well, Chanelle, we got to get started because we don't have a lot of time. I calculated we got like 7 minutes per person to talk about all these questions we got today. But if you don't mind, Sister Wesley, talk about the anthology, if you don't mind. Just a little overview about this network. She said yes to herself unapologetically, and the anthology as well, because there's people out there that are brand new. They don't even know what we're talking about yet. So you just give us a quick overview about what's happening, what's the schedule coming up, and everything as well.
Dr. Kevin, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically is a space where we pour purposefully, powerfully, and passionately into women. We are all about equipping women to be able to walk in their boldly in their divinely designed purpose. This space is created for women, by women, and it's about women. And we're really excited about all the people and brands, professionals, entrepreneurs, all those who are really touching this project. Why? Because so many times women are serving from empty cups, right? They're so busy, they're taking care of this person, and they're carrying this role. And they're carrying that role, and the person who really receives the remnants of what's left is them. And so we're just really kind of trying to interrupt that narrative and really tell women that it's okay, and it's necessary to pour back into yourself and to make sure that your cup is full and overflowing. So it doesn't mean that we're against men, or we're downing men, or we're against families. No, we're for all of those things, but we're also about creating space that's also for us. And we're about putting things on ourselves and making ourselves a priority. So I'm just really excited about this space and this place and the things that God really has in store for us. So we're excited. This anthology is currently 30 women strong. That's right, 30 women strong. And we are excited. Women from all over the globe. We have contributors that are located all across the states, from Texas to New York to Alabama to the great state of Georgia, Illinois, Wisconsin, so many states. But then we're hitting off even in London and also in Brazil. So this book is truly going to be something that's going to cater to women from all walks of life. No matter what road of life that you paved, there's going to be a woman in this particular anthology that's really going to speak to where you are and who you are. And that's something that I'm really excited about. So She Said Yes to Herself. This book is about equipping women, giving them stories of inspiration, but also providing them with tips, tools, and strategies, things that are going to help them level up. One thing that I can say about all the contributing authors in this particular anthology is, sis, whatever you need, somebody in this thing got it. Whatever tool you need to try to fix your day, to make you, say, how can I, do this thing? Guess what? It's a sister in here who got a trick for you. She's like, girl, I got you. I can walk you through this. Let me help you. We have life coaches in here. We have people, again, like Carolyn Coleman said, she is a clinical instructor for nursing. You better put some respect on that. I mean, I'm gonna clap and do some, there you go, some snapping and all of that, because the woman is a powerhouse all on her own. But just think about all these women who have so much light on their own, and they're not trying to dim another sister's light to make their light shine brighter. They understand that by all of our lights burning together, we're unstoppable. And that's really what it's about. It's about providing women with tips, tools, and strategies to really level up and accept their yes. So enough about this. Let's get to the authors and see some exciting information that they really have to just delve into here. So ladies, let me start off with this question. What made you say yes to the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically author call? Let me start first with Dorian. Dorian, why did you say yes?
So I said yes. I saw this call to action from you in one of the author groups that I belong to. And I said, what's that about? And I remember specifically saying, I think I had messaged you, and I was like, can I talk to you? Because I'm not a messenger person. Like I want to talk to you. And we talked and we hit it off immediately. And for me, when I thought I was kind of in over my head because of all the women that were, just so phenomenal in this. And Chanelle said, no, like you belong, come on, you can do this.
Absolutely.
I was like, okay, well then let's do it. And I told her, I said, I kind of like, I don't know, I just got this word out of nowhere one day driving home about investing in yourself. And I didn't know what it was for. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but literally that is what has become my platform in this book, is investing in yourself, because we don't, as women, do that. Right. We invest in everyone else around us. So it's very important to get that message out that, hey, it's okay to do something for you, to invest in you, and not to feel guilty about it.
That's right.
So that's why I'm here. I just want others to understand, like, it's all right. Let's do this. We're going to level up together.
Kate, I mean, don't you just love it? Because we need to be told that. Ain't that something? Right. You need to hear, sis, it's okay to invest in you. Girl, see, we had to start off with that. Let me follow on around to Miss Carolyn Coleman. Carolyn, where did your yes come from? What made you accept the call to yes? You got to unmute.
Okay, what made me say yes? It's like you say, we pour from an empty cup. Not knowing the cup is empty. We're still pouring, because we're trying to fix everything and everyone. And when you look around, or when I looked around, I was like, oh my goodness, my kids are adults now. I take care of now. My husband's self-sufficient. Let me do something for me. You don't get anywhere by not moving. There will be no grass growing on a busy street, so you got weeds everywhere. You might need to get busy. And that's what I started saying. Yes. I'm like Dorian. I like to hear people. I like to talk to people. Messaging is very, very good. But what else happens? What else happens when you don't talk? You feel their vibe, you feel their energy, you feel their spirit when you're able to communicate with someone. So just the conversations I've had, I'm like, yes. Because if you always say no, that's just what you're going to get. Nothing. You're not going to move forward. And to learn from a group of women who are so talented is really good. I will admit, I'll be like, ooh, I don't know. But I'm still moving forward. As I say, I don't know. All I do is I will reach out. I will ask a question. I don't mind asking questions. And when you find people who genuinely don't mind helping you, and they're going to answer your questions sincerely, why not? Okay, let's do this together. Sometimes we have to, it's not being selfish. We're going to open up and be what we need to be, conquer some dreams or some ideas that we've had that we put on the back burner. We decided to put them on the front burner and get it done.
I love it. Y'all see how I'm getting just ramped up right now. Ocean, what really helped you realize your yes? You're muted.
I've taken care of quite a few people through my 55 years. That's the double nickel, y'all. Double nickel. And I've taken care of children. I've raised a family. I've been a part of the community. Now it was time for me to really identify what do I do for me in this next chapter in my life? How do I cultivate my dreams? How do I step into the next part of my life? And how am I going to do that? I worked in corporate America for quite some time. And I realized that my family, my grandkids are not going to remember what I did in corporate America. They're not going to remember that I was with a Fortune 200 company making lots of money. They're not going to remember that. How do I leave a legacy for my family? And how do I break some generational curses so that my next generation will be able to stand in its greatness and have a running start? And when I saw Chanelle, that, you read it, she said yes to her unapologetically, and I'm going to stand in that. And with that being something to stand in, there's only growth. As I said earlier, I can only be me because everybody else is taken. And I want to be the best me that I can be. So thank you for providing this platform for me to stand in.
Wow, this is
I'm
exciting.
telling y'all, this is only 3 of the co-authors. You see why I'm excited. So let's get ready to spill some tea. All right, ladies, we're gonna go around the room. Let's see what's going on in this book. So Dorian, let me start back with you again. So Dorian, give us some little juice, a little bit of your secret sauce of what's going on in the anthology. Don't tell us everything, but just give us a little bit of who, what your submission is about and who it's for. Just give us a little whiff of it. Not the whole thing, but just a little whiff.
It's going to be hard to do because it's so good. You get into it, you
I
don't
know,
stop.
right? That's why I said don't do the whole thing, but just
give them a little taste. Give them a little taste, as James Brown would say.
So one of the things that I do touch on is it's never too late to start. And then how to get started. So I will give you that little tidbit. So, those are 2 things that I think are very important. I think it's very important that you invest in yourself and believe in yourself. Because if you would have told me 20 years ago, I would be where I am, I never would have believed it. I'm one of those people that invest in their children wholeheartedly. I put my whole life on the back burner for them. I'm not mad about it, but it was my time. So now that it's my time, I'm going to live it I'm going to do what I got to do for me. And I'm unapologetic about it. So I'm like, come on, y'all. It's not too late to start. Come on.
So what you're saying is, for the sister who's thinking like, I didn't do it in the first quarter, I didn't do it in the second quarter. You saying, sis, it's not too late. Come on and jump on up in here, and you're gonna help her get through these little transitions. I'm loving it. Ocean, give us just a little. Don't spill all the sauce, but just give us a couple of the elements that when the sauce, when the sauce is good, when somebody is cooking, like what you finna put in it, and what you gonna do. And they tell you a little bit, and you're like, oh, she know what she doing. She know her way around that kitchen.
Absolutely.
Just tell us a little bit of something about what's going on in your submission.
I'm gonna sprinkle just a little seasoning, little seasoning. I'm gonna be talking about dancing with addiction. And addiction seems to be something that travels across the board. And we're talking about not just substance abuse, we're talking about shopping, smoking, we're talking about looking pornography, anything that's taking you from being and standing in your greatness. We need to identify that. We're going to kind of identify those things. First, we got to own it. Once we've owned it, then we're going to identify how do we move forward? How do we not go around it, but how do we go through it? And then the ending part of that is, how do I stand in my greatness? Now that I've peeled the curtain aside, looked out the window, and I've seen that there is the sun on the other side. Only if I take action. And we're going to sprinkle some of that, the seasoning that grandma used to make on her own. Not Lowry's.
House seasoning. That's some house seasoning. Yes. He said you can't get this from no Lowry's now. This is some house seasoning. This is back in the kitchen. Y'all see? Come on now. Now, Miss Carolyn Coleman, if Jackie was calling, she should be calling you Gentry. But go ahead, Carolyn Coleman. Give them a little bit of the sauce that you're working on. Just tell it just a little whiff about who your submission is for, and just a little bit of the things they're gonna see in your submission.
Well, just knowing your worth, being authentically me. There's questions that we ask each other we have heard people ask, what advice would you give to your younger self? What would you change if you could change anything? And who would you be if you could be someone else? Are you taking a choice, or are you taking a chance? Where's your clarity? All those questions may not get answered in my chapter, but they will give you a peek as to being authentically me, what that means to me. I need to be me. I can't be anyone else. I've never tried to be anyone else. And I'm definitely not about to try that right here, right now. But when people ask me questions, well, why do you do this? Why do you feel like you need to be in the pool? Why do you feel like you need to, boo, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not changing for you. Where do you go to learn how to do this? Don't worry about all that. Come with me. Do you want to come or do you want to just have a conversation? Because you're holding me up. You know, I have
Yeah.
steps to move. I have to go forward, you know, and if you don't want to walk with me, please don't try to hold me back.
Come on now.
It's my time.
See, yeah. Carolyn, you done got me all fired up. Y'all see what I'm talking about? This secret sauce just spilling all over the place. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. If you had to say who this book was for, Carolyn, who would you say this book is for?
Oh, it is for anyone. Let's say it can be for any young woman.
Yeah.
It can be for any woman, I think, over the age of 18 who's trying to find herself, because your friends say, oh, you know, you'll make a good position, or I see you as being a therapist. Girl, you'll be a good attorney. But what do you think about yourself?
Right.
They're not giving you bad advice, but are they giving you the advice that really is your passion? So it's for any seeking their passion. You know, it's for any mom who has, you know, put their kids first and decided, you know, it's my time. You know, we all have some dry beggars in our lives. It's time for us to cut the dry beggars off. You know, I hear, okay, I gotta go now. Holla at you. You know, it's for the person who's gonna stand on your own 2 feet. And I often tell people, I go to the beat of my own drum. I don't do that group need mentality. If she don't like it, she don't like what you wearing. I don't apologize for what I put on. You know, so you didn't help me purchase it, so you don't help me wear it. Okay, so let me do me.
Now.
Let me do me.
Amen. I love it.
Come on now. I'm trying to tell you now. See, you see, she done ran it down. Ocean, who do you think this book is for? Who would you say this, if you were this person, you definitely have to read this book? Who is this book for in your lens?
Chanelle, I would say this is for any person that's able to read and understand something about life, because the stories that are going to be told are not only for young teens, 20s, 30s, men and women. It gives a story about what it is like to be a woman and what is it like to travel through adversity. What does it look like? How do I stand in it? How do I work through it? So I think it's a story for men to understand the plight that women go through, for young women to see, maybe I won't do it that way because I was already told how it was going to turn out. Maybe that woman that's 20 that needs to make some decisions, made some poor decisions, and now she can see that, hey, there's a way out. I just have to own what it is, and then I have to put an action plan together. And then there's women like myself that are over, I'm only 35, but really 55. So any of them right there that really don't know, that had babies, have raised their family, newly divorced, newly trying to get back out into the workforce. Now they see women that look like them, some, but those that can relate to some of the stories kind of trail and take the journey with us. So that was a long way around answering that question, Sister Chanelle, but I would say anybody that could really read could get a lesson.
Well, come on now. Now I gotta come back around and ask Dorian. Dorian, when you just thinking about all this, who is this book for? Who is the ideal reader? Who is the target? Who do you think really needs this book?
I really think women that are, 28, 30 and above personally need this book. I think that it's everything that they've already said. Anybody can get something from it. I would really love for fathers of daughters to read it, just so that they can have a better insight of how to maybe talk to their daughters and guide them a little bit. I think that is it's a great resource for them to have on the shelf. Right. I'm in a military town, so I meet a lot of single fathers raising their daughters. And they're doing excellent. They are doing fabulous job, but there's still that motherly advice, that little bit of something from a mom or a woman that they can get.
Right.
So I think, I think it's a great resource for everybody. Everything they said, everything they already said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Wow, this is great. Hey, we got to do a quick commercial break because we got thousands of people listening and will be listening to this network. Hey, guys, if you're just joining us, this is the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically with the visionary on here today, Chanelle Wesley, my co-host today as part of the Men Let's Talk Network. We are so excited to talk about the anthology that's coming up on all these wonderful individuals. I told you they were brilliant. I told you guys they were geniuses. I told you they were smart because they just showed you that they got it all together. So I'm excited about that. Chanelle, one thing I had to ask is about this mindset. One of the things that's come up in our network is mindset. People got to get out of their own mind. They hear stuff, but then they cancel their own self. So I want to hear from the women today, starting off with Sister Dorian. Dorian, what took you past your own self? Because you got to get past you. Because nobody can really stop you. I mean, the devil can't stop you unless we let him. We can't. So tell us about that a little bit. What got you through to where you said, I got to do this because this is for me?
I think there's two things. So a few years ago, probably, it's been a while ago, I read the book Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes.
I love it.
And something in me just was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that year of yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to saying yes and doing some things for me. And that is exactly what my mindset going into 2020, actually going into 2022. I put it on Facebook and I said, this year I'm investing in me.
Yeah.
I'm investing in me. And going into 2023, I said, I promise God, I'm gonna use all my talents. So I have lots of writings, lots of poems, things that I've had that I just don't share. And I was like, no, now is the time. And it just got to that point where I was like, okay, it's time. Let's go. We doing this. We investing in her. We investing in she all year long. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to give this knowledge and something that I'm going through or went through. You don't have to do it alone.
Right.
You don't. And if we don't share what we've been through with other women, they don't see how to get out of it or get through it.
Right. Absolutely.
So that is so important to me, is that I'm like, I don't go through nothing just to go through it. God has a perfect plan, and I have to share that so that way other people can get through it like I got through it. I've been through it. So why not share it?
Oh, I love it. Wow. I love it. Sister Carolyn, same for you there on the mindset. What gave you your breakthrough, my dear?
Well, it's similar to Dorian's. You sit around and you're like, if not now, when?
Yeah.
Time is passing us each day. Not that you don't have quality life, but is it as fulfilled as you would like for it to be? I've always wanted to write. I wanted to write ever since I was a teenager. But life got away, so you put that on the back burner. And then once you start writing, and the catalyst was someone told me, one of my coworkers said, Right, Miss Carolyn, right. Because I was congratulating her on her book that she had written. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's get started. Let's do this. And so you have to push forward and say, if not now, when? And you don't want time to keep going by and you haven't done some of the things that you have desired to do. So I have enjoyed writing. I write some fiction, so that's where the gentry comes from. But the anthology, especially this one, the first one was great too with the women. It really, really was. But it's a different dynamic.
Right.
It's more interactive. We get to know each other better, so we get to know who to call on and ask what question to, or listen in when that person speaks. And it's because we crave that knowledge that they have. We crave their area of expertise. So if not now, when? I would have missed a perfect opportunity. I wouldn't have met you, Dr. Kevin. So I mean, nothing is lost. But if you never say yes, you don't gain. It's not necessarily about winning, but it's definitely not about losing and not about standing still. Let's move forward and do some of the things you really want to do.
Oh, I love it. What a great response there. I love it, Carolyn. You guys are amazing. Sister Kent, we know we got to hear from you on mindset. I know that's one of your favorite topics probably too.
Mindset is key to everything. And my breakthrough was when I finally took ownership to my life. The reason that I'm where I am today is because of my decisions. And once I was able to identify the good, the bad, and the ugly, because sometimes we don't like to embrace the ugly or the bad. We want to live on and stand on what's happening well. And I can remember the time where it really hit me. I was sitting in the car with my mother. And I'll give you a little nugget because this will be part of, I will share the whole story. Yeah. And we were talking and we were having loud fellowship. And y'all know what loud fellowship is, right? That part. And she said, I hope that you make some changes in your life before I pass. And she passed shortly after that. And some of those changes hadn't been made. So I knew that I was now the matriarch of my family. Wow. And I needed to make some monumental changes in my mindset in order to really lead my children and their children. And so it was like the sister said, it was time to say yes to living life out loud and living it uniquely and unapologetically, but living it on a firm foundation. And so I'm still breaking through. So doctor, it's still a process. And this is part of my process, which is to be able to share my story. And be authentic in it and to stand in it. And it took me a minute to be able to do that, some years. So my breakthrough again is ownership. And then that my mindset changes and it'll take me to the next level.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Powerful, powerful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please understand that the mindset change is a power transformation. One of my awesome mentors teaches that the power transformation, the transformation process is daily. It's every day. It never stops. We get better and better each and every day as we commit to our change for us. What's exciting about that? Everything is that we need is inside of us, folks. Everything we need is inside of us. We don't have to ask everybody about what to do. We already have what we need to do. We just got to make a decision. And that's what the ladies were sharing, guys, is about mindset. And that was the same for me. I had to make a decision. What am I going to do? I couldn't blame everybody else. Couldn't blame the boss. Couldn't blame Chanelle. Couldn't blame all y'all. I couldn't blame women. I couldn't blame brothers. I couldn't blame mama and them. I had to get to it, folks. So thank you so much for your insight on that mindset, because that's the key that will break you through and get you to saying yes to yourself, ladies, all the time. I love it. Back to you, Chanelle. I love it.
I love it. I love it. So just since we kind of hinted on it, let's just, address the elephant in the room. Yeah. So there is a myth, that women can't work together. Right. How do you guys really feel about being able to dispel that myth that women can't work together? Carolyn, let's start with you first.
Well, women can work together as evidence. She said yes to herself unapologetically. Yeah. I'm being authentically me about this. We have been able to, I was in Atlanta a little while ago. I called up some of the people who are in Atlanta on this book and said, hey, I'm going to be in your town. Can we have lunch? Yes, they showed up. We had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. If we couldn't work together, you think we're going to share a meal together? No, but we didn't want to let each other go. It was such a good time. So it happens. It really does happen. I was in Chicago last year. Same thing. It works. Okay. So women can fellowship, they can build together. And from that, other things have happened that I never would have dreamed of would have happened. So once you start walking, stepping out on faith and believing God and trusting him and him telling you to go forward, don't ignore the yes. We put a lot of things off. And then, like I say, you won't go forward if you don't say yes. You'll just be stuck. And who wants to have a life of regret? I didn't do it. Should have took it. Should have did. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. No. We can work together, and we have proven that.
Amen. That's right.
Absolutely. And I was wishing I was in Atlanta that week that you were there. Ocean, let me ask you the same question. How does it feel to be part of something that's really dispelling the myth that women in particular can't work together, or they can't work well together?
You know, it is absolutely phenomenal. And the reason that I say that is for so many decades and decades, especially Black women, they've said that we can't work together, we can't navigate together, we can't grow together in one and same proximity. And to be able to be a part of this platform, she said yes to herself unapologetically, to be a part of the bridge builders. I see it every day. And it's just it really makes me feel really good, because now I can see my children and my grandchildren come up through and see that we can work together on anything, as long as we're willing to respect, own our own, and actually identify what the common goal is, and be willing to bend a little, to navigate.
Right.
Everybody doesn't have to be in control, as long as somebody's at the wheel.
Oh, true. Very true.
I love it. I love it. Dorian, same question. How does it feel to be part of something that's really helping to dispel myths that women in particular can't or don't work well together?
I love it. One of the things that I'm learning as I get older is, you know, if I let my guard down and don't act like I know everything, and just, you know, be a little bit vulnerable and ask some questions, I get, not only do women want to share information, but they go above and beyond to help you be your best version of yourself. And so to me, that is like priceless. That is, you know, to be able to be on this magnitude of a project with people like you, Chanelle, because you know what you're doing. You've written books, you've released books, you've been on the bestsellers list. Like, why wouldn't I want to learn from you? Why would I come in here without a growth mindset?
Right.
That would be dumb on my part.
Sis, don't get me excited to start doing something else. Don't let the wheels start turning. But I'm just saying, I mean, teamwork really makes the dream work. It sounds cliche, but you are so much stronger together than what you are apart.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you right now, there are some spaces and places that I've gotten into because of the connections that I've been willing to make. And so you never know who can bless you or who is going to be able to, God's put into your space to really pour into you, to really push you into your greatness, to really help you to walk boldly within your purpose. So I'm telling you right now, don't be eyeballing that sister at the water cooler. You better be talking with her and sharing them tips. You don't know what she has, and you don't know what God has placed in your path. And that's your whole blessing right there, but you ain't talking to her. So you don't know that that's that blessing right there. So being able to network and collaborate really is a currency. I know we're getting ready to be running out of time. We know that this book is going to be launching on October 12th, 2023. We are so excited. So ladies, very quickly, let me just find out what you guys have coming up next, because I know you guys are just so impactful. You have so many projects. Let me start with Carolyn. Carolyn, what's on the horizon next for you? What's next?
I'm putting together a book of short stories at this point in time. And then after that, a journal. I've always wanted to do a journal. So inspirational journal. So those two things are they're on the platform. They're on my new list of things to do. I already go to attend some of the local book fairs, and I'll just keep that going for now, but no rush. A couple of shows maybe on the horizon. We'll see.
Amen.
I'm loving it. Ocean, same question. What's next on the horizon for you?
Well, I am so excited. What's going on with me is we just launched a wave of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it is getting ready to do some traveling. We'll be doing some coaching with some corporate organizations and some grassroots organizations. I am so excited about that. And we're also getting ready to build my podcast out, which is surrounded by diversity, equity, and inclusion. Why it's needed, where it's needed, is it there, how we're going to get it there. So I'm really excited about it. We got some great people that are going to be joining us on the podcast that will be able to talk in some depth about it, because they're in it right now.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know that there's another organization, nonprofit organization that's out there that's really working with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I hope to be the first Black woman to have the nonprofit supporting that platform across America.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Miss Dorian, love,
Yes.
what is up next for you?
You know, so starting September 1st, I'm gonna have to put my mom hat on.
Okay.
And for the next 3 months, I'm a football mom. So I'm gonna be traveling around the country, watching my baby do his thing, dragging my broke best friend along, as I call my daughter, dragging her along to the games when she wants to go. Biggest thing is I am launching my website. I'm super excited about that. So hopefully I can go out into my community and help motivate other single moms, other moms, you know, women that are just like, hey, I want to do something. What do I want? You know, how can I get started? I am looking at working to put together a charity or a 504, something called Super Single Mom, where I'm able to raise money just to help moms. Like when I was taking my kids to camps and things like that, you know, a little gas money go a long way. You know, so just to try and help and make sure that kids stay involved, because it should not be a reason you can't get your kid to something because you don't have the funds or the way to get them there. So, you know, just making that connection with other women in the community. I'm so ready to do that. You know, website, nonprofit, and I am working on my class through Yellow Brick and New York Institute on global sport management. So
nice.
I got a lot more going on than I thought about.
Yeah, so you
teaching.
first started off like, I'm not really gonna be doing much. I'm getting ready to do my mom thing. You had to think, but like, wait a minute, I am doing.
Absolutely. I told you, folks, they're brilliant. They smart. They smart. I told you, folks, they are brilliant. They're smart. Everybody on here, they're brilliant, smart, and they've got ideas. They got things they can do. They manage their time well to get things done. So I'm excited about that. Man, I almost ran out the studio here, man. I was so excited. Back to you, Chanelle.
I love it. They are definitely an inspiration. So Dorian Evans, I'm gonna start first with you. I want you again just to give a very 5 words or less. Tell us a little bit about yourself again, and then tell people how they can connect with you. That's going to be important. We know that you've done some amazing things already. There are things that you're getting ready to do. So again, give us a 5-word scenario of who Dorian Evans is, and then tell people how they can get in contact with you.
I'm a mom. That's first and foremost. Yeah. I love God. I love the Lord. And I'm just about supporting you in whatever it is that you want to do. We're going to make it happen. And if I don't know how to help you, I will find somebody that can help you. So that's very important. You can connect with me on my social media. Any of my platforms are either Dorian Evans for Facebook, and Twitter is, well, X, I guess it is now. And Instagram are the Dorian Evans. And then my TikTok, which is new, is the author DL Evans. So that's something new. So, you can connect with me anyway. My website that will be up and running soon is The Dorian Evans, www.thedorianevans.com.
Love it, love it, love it. Ocean Kent, again, in 5 words, again, let's remind the audience who you are and tell them how they can connect with you.
I am an inspirer, a motivator, and a developer, and a woman of God. And the way that they can connect with me is through awaveofinspiration.com. My Facebook handle is Ocean Kent with 2 O's. My TikTok is A Wave of Inspiration, and my YouTube is A Wave of Inspiration. And you can get to all of those platforms right from my website by selecting either of those options. And my website will be able to tell you in more detail just what A Wave of Inspiration and Ocean Industries LLC is all about, which is mind, body, and soul, head, heart, and hands, and don't you forget the hustle.
I love it. I love it. Miss Carolyn Coleman, give us those 5 words that really describe you, and then tell our audience how they can connect with you.
Okay, I truly am a woman of God. I do love the Lord. I'm authentically me. I am a mother. I love being a mother. I'm a host of whatever you need me to be. I'm going to give you the best of what I have and the best of who I am. You can connect with me on my website, which is cpwbookshelf.com. I am on Facebook as Carolyn Coleman, Instagram as Carolyn Coleman, and I am on LinkedIn as Carolyn Coleman. So you can connect with me on any of those platforms.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Before I get ready to turn it back over to Dr. Kevin Vaughan, first of all, I want to say again, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, we really appreciate you sharing this space with us. We are truly just grateful for you providing opportunity for us to have this discussion. It's truly impactful. We appreciate all that you do. My name is Chanelle Coleman Wesley. I am the Empower Her strategist. Sis, if you're trying to figure out how to do it, how to make it work, then honey, you definitely want to talk to your sis. Because if you want somebody who's going to root for you, who's going to make you just start clapping for yourself for no apparent reason, make you say, I'm about to do this thing, then you definitely want to connect. If you have an inspirational story, if you're thinking, hey, I would love to speak, you love women empowerment events, then we definitely need to connect. I am your all resource person for that. Anything that's going to be uplifting, motivating, encouraging, and empowering, then I am your girl. You can connect with me on anything She Said Yes. That means She Said Yes on Facebook. She Said Yes to Herself on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and definitely the website, www.shesaidyes2herself.com. Dr. Kevin, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Wow, that is incredible. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, those listening live right now, thank you so much for being with us. Hey, if you're just joining us, this is She Said Yes to Herself unapologetically, ladies and gentlemen. The anthology is going on right now. We're going to be here today. We're going to be here tomorrow and Thursday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, guys, and 4:30 Central Time. We're just excited. One thing, Chanelle and Dorian and Sister Kent and everybody, we want to make sure that everybody listening right now, you share this out on your platform. You need to push this out on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Nextdoor, TikTok, WickWalk, whatever they are out there, guys. As long as it's good system, just put it out there so they can hear these wonderful, brilliant women sharing their vision for themselves and for you as well. And I'm sure somebody out there, at least 2 or 3 women got motivated today. I know for sure. So your phone should be ringing off the hook real soon, and those websites should be blowing up real soon. So we thank you so much for that. Well, guys, we got to go. We thank you so much, Sister Kent, Sister Dorian, Sister Carolyn, and Chanelle. Oh man, what an honor. And thank God for Zoom, man, because I couldn't fly y'all in today on my Learjet. I only had one Learjet, so I couldn't fly all y'all in, so Atlanta. But seriously, though, we thank you so much for being with us today. And we're excited about having the rest of the week here on She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetic. What a powerful phrase there. Isn't that a wonderful phrase? She said yes. I mean, you can stop right there. But unapologetically, she said, it's time for me. And I want all the men out there, for those who got women in their family, it is wives, specifically your fiance, your daughters and nieces, you need to encourage them today by watching this, guys. Just have them watch this and be encouraged as well on top of that. Well, Chanelle, any final thoughts there before we close it out? You good?
I definitely want to say again, thank you again for this amazing opportunity. Yeah. Ladies, if you are looking for a place to be inspired and empowered, then you definitely want to connect with www.shesaidyes2herself.com. Last thing, I want to say all of the women who are a part of this project are phenomenal. Yes, they have some amazing resources, tips, strategies. When I tell you, I am so empowered just being and keeping space for these women. It's phenomenal. When I tell you, this book is just literally writing itself. The wisdom, the knowledge, the inspiration, the depth that the sisters are willing to take you through. If you're looking for just a guide, if you're looking for a guide, right? You're saying, I don't know how to get to this next level. Right now, I'm in a dark space and I really don't know how I'm going to get to the other side. I'm really thinking about checking out of this thing called life because I've been dealt so many life cards and I don't see how I'm going to make it on the end of the day. I don't see how I'm going to do this. Then you got to pick up She Said Yes to Herself, because you're going to pick up so many tools, so many tips, so many strategies on how you can access your own yes. But more than that, you're going to connect with these authors personally. That's right. There's an opportunity to connect with them personally. So don't miss She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically is going to release October 12th. So make sure you guys check out on Amazon and get the ebook. It's coming out first, so make sure you grab it.
Oh, I love it, Chanelle. What a great, great advertisement there, guys. Hey, y'all, push this out again. Push this out on your platforms, guys. We're pushing all this other stuff out there. This is more important than some of the other stuff out there. I'm going to tell you that for sure. I'm going to be pushing this out on our YouTube channel, guys, all the above, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nextdoor, TikTok. We got also Tumblr. Tumblr's also, guys, put it on Tumblr. Got some young people out there that got some stuff inside of them that need to hear what these wonderful ladies are saying. Well, guys, we got to go. We thank you so much for your time. Those listening live, we thank you for the panel today. Chanelle, thank you for your brilliance for pulling this all together. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of that too as well. Thank you so much for that. It's very, very humbling, really, when you think about it. But guys, let me leave you with a few things. I'm gonna leave you with my signature move. Let me tell you what my signature move is, guys. I think Chanelle already knows.
Yes.
Guys, your future, oh man, your future is so bright. Damn, I gotta put my shades on, man. I just had to put them on because your future is so bright and you cannot be stopped unless you stop. Hey, remember to always outlove, outserve, and outforgive each other. And remember, there's nothing you can't do together. Just reach out to us and we'll be glad to give you the way. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Hey, this has been a collaboration with She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically and the Men Let's Talk Global Network. Together, we will make it happen. Thank you so much again. Y'all take care. Y'all wave everybody out. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching us, guys, today. And have a great rest of the day. See you next time. Hey, we're going to be here tomorrow. So be checking us out tomorrow and Thursday. God bless.